Okay, good morning, guys. Hey, another day of Mr. Pool's online learning. Today we're reviewing comparing and ordering of whole numbers. Okay, so we went over this in class, but I just wanted to review how to compare and order whole numbers because some of you still struggle with this a little bit. And it shouldn't really be that difficult. If you just follow this strategy, you're for sure to get it right. All right, when you're comparing two numbers, you always look at the highest place value first. So here, this is the thousands place, and this is the thousands place. And it's both the same digit in the thousands place, a 1 and a 1. So they're so far the same. Then you go to the hundreds place. Here's a 7, here's an 8 in the hundreds place. Well, which one is greater, 7 or 8? 8 is greater. So therefore, that's going to make this number greater because 8 is greater than the 7 in the hundreds place. So you're going to put the greater than symbol. And remember, the greater than symbol is the open, kind of the open mouth. You know, we said it was an alligator or a shark, and it's the open mouth goes to the greater one. So that would be this one. The 8 is greater than that 7. So if you come down here, this is the 10,000s place, and this is the 10,000s place. So they're both the 10,000s place. So we can compare 2 and a 2. They're both the same. Then in the thousands place, a 0 and a 0. They're both the same. In the hundreds place, a 7 and an 8. What's greater? 8, right? So therefore, this one is going to be the greater one. So we're going to make, again, the greater symbol toward this one that has the 8. Okay, and that's how you compare two numbers. It's really quite simple. You don't look at the whole number at one time until you get really good at that. Once you get really good at it, then you can look at the whole number, but go digit by digit. Go digit by digit. If you go digit by digit, you shouldn't get it wrong. There's no reason for you to get it wrong. Okay, most of you are pretty good at doing two numbers, but when it comes to having more than two numbers, that's when we come into some problems. Now, let's look at this one. Okay, there's 6 numbers up here I've written, and notice they're all have a lot of the same digits. So it can get really confusing when you're looking at all those numbers and you're seeing a lot of 8s and a lot of 9s and 0s, and I'm not sure which one is greater or less than. So here's what you do. Just write them down and make sure you line up the place values. So let's rewrite them. I'm going to rewrite these numbers and I'm going to line up their place values. Okay, and let's just say we're doing greatest to least. Let's say we have to put those from greatest to least. And I'm going to line them up over here. Okay, so look at this first one. There's only 2 that have thousands place. So it has to be, one of these has to be our greatest number, doesn't it? Because all the other ones only have hundreds. So let's look at these 2. This one and the next one, because these are both 8s, these are both the same. We have to go to the hundreds place. So this is a 9, this is an 8. Which one's greater? Yeah, 9 is greater. So it will be this one first. So I'm going to cross it out. Once I write it over here, I'm going to cross that out. And then this one is going to be our next one. And I'm going to cross that one out. All right, now we have 4 numbers that have hundreds as the greatest digit. So we look in the hundreds and we have a 9, a 9, an 8, and an 8. Well, the 9s are greater. So I'm going to look at these two. Then they're both a 9. So now I'm going to go to the tens place. This one's an 8. This one's a 0. What's greater? 8 is greater, isn't it? So this one is going to be our next one, 988. And that'll make this one our 4th, 908. And then we have 2 that are in the hundreds place that have an 8. They both have 8s. So let's go to the tens place, an 8 and a 0. Which one's greater, 8 or 0? Yeah, 8. So this one will be next, 889. Cross that out. That leaves 808 as the last one. And now we have them in order from greatest to least. All right, guys, I hope you use this strategy when putting the problems I have for you in order from greatest to least or least to greatest. And always pay attention to this because that's what order you're going to put them in. Okay? All right, guys, have fun. Beautiful day out today. Do some schoolwork and then get outside. All right, guys, bye. Bye. Have a good day.